So we'll see. But thank you for joining me live crafting together Tuesday, the 13th of February. And oh man, has it been a hectic week. It's just been insane. I hope you guys are getting a little bit more of a break than I am. I'm so tired today that I literally fell asleep on the couch. I got home from work and I only worked a little bit. Like I only worked a half day. So that says a lot. But thank you for joining me. Just making sure my things on correctly. I'm going to be working on my Midnight Rainbow cross stitch again this week. I feel like I work on it every week, but that's because I'm not done with it yet. And it is one of my goals this month to finish it. But I do have some goals progress. So I've been working on this one every week on these lives on Tuesdays. So next week, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a live next Tuesday. There's a chance that I won't. So the best choice for you would be to check the live tab on my YouTube channel, right? Oscoey. It's just Oscoey YouTube channel. The best choice would be to check that and see if there's one scheduled. You could either subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then it'll notify you when I start the live. Or you could check out the community tab on the Oscoey YouTube channel, and I will post something. If I do cancel it next Tuesday, I will post something there. Or you can check out my Instagram, which is Oscoeyxamph, which is in the description, in case you don't know how to spell it, because it, it sounds, the spelling is, tricky, but it's just Oscoeyxamph. So that's my Instagram handle. And I have been posting there. I've been trying to post every day. I didn't post over the weekend because, I don't know, I was just so burnt out on Friday. I hit Friday. We had movie night with the kids, and I was going to work on my diamond painting because I was at a 4-day streak, I think, by Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I did in my, I'll show you guys, in my planner. My Commit 30 planner, which is my favorite. So I'd have my goals set, and this is on my Instagram. So I did hit my 4-day streak, right? My goals this month are going to be working on project stuff, all this project stuff for self-care that I have going on. I want to finish my Midnight Rainbow Comet. I'm going to read 2 books, All the Light We Cannot See and The Emperor Was Divine. And I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm going to get to the reading part. Let's just be straight here. Because I want to finish my Ladybug diamond painting. And we're almost halfway through the month, right? I know it's only Tuesday of this week, but I'm going to lose at least Thursday to my dental surgery stuff. So I don't know about Friday. I might be too out of it to do anything on Friday, if I'm being honest. I do need to go to Costco, so I'm hoping to get that done on Friday. But I want to get this diamond painting done. It's my first one I've ever done, and I'll show you my progress on it, but it's time consuming, and I just don't know if I'll have time to read too. So I don't know if I'll get those done, but just fine. It's fine, right? I want to do 5 coloring pages, and I finished one already. I finished that one last week, and I'm going to show you a couple of books real quick. And you guys, if you are on here, thank you for watching. If you're not on here and you're watching us later, which is totally great too. Like, I think that's amazing that you guys can watch it later while you're doing something else. Like, I had someone last week watch it while they were doing their taxes. So I think that's amazing. Because I like to put stuff on while I'm working on stuff too. Like when I diamond paint, I've been watching people coloring because I get so much inspiration from it. So anyways, and then I need to finish that puzzle that's still sitting on my table, The Wild Kingdom Shelf by Amy Stewart. I have not touched it yet this month, I don't think. I think it's still partially done. So yeah, I'm not doing so great at that puzzle. I don't know. I didn't want to sort it, and then I realized it's so big that you really need to sort it, and then I realized it's so complicated you can't really sort it. Like, it's just a hard puzzle. It's really hard. So I recommend it for somebody who wants a challenge and has space, because I haven't really had a lot of space to work on it because my kids keep like encroaching, there's now Lego sets on that table and other kid things that kind of got shoved on there. So, but that's my goal. Like next week, I'm going to work on some cleaning stuff. And part of it is going to be cleaning my office because my office is still a mess. I did work on it a little bit. Like I did get my desk much more clear, but now it's starting to like creep in on me again because I just have so many projects going. So, you know, finishing up these projects will really help with that. And then I also need to catch up on my schoolwork because I am behind. I was sick again all last week and I just had no brain power. But I'm caught up in one class, and then my other class I did email and they were okay with me turning in stuff as I go. So, you know, I did what I normally didn't do when I took on too much. But I do want to finish these projects because I get great satisfaction in doing art projects. So I'm going to keep working on them. My last day of employment is tomorrow, so I should have more time after that. And then I'm really going to focus on school until I'm done and my projects and this. So it'll be one less thing to worry about, right? One less thing. So I'm just going to take like a little bit of time off, and then because I've been so sick, like I need to figure out, like I went into work this morning feeling fine. And then by the end of the day, I feel like I now have a stuffy nose. I am like coughing. Like I don't know. There's something there that I'm allergic to. So I just am. Those dogs are trying to sneak in. You can hear the thumping. That's the dog trying to bust his way in, or her. I don't know which one that was that time. Anyways, I'm just going to really take it slow for the next month and really focus on some of my self-care stuff, which is what my projects are. So I think that for March, my goal is probably going to be to finish up whatever projects I have started. And then I'm also going to try and work on like decluttering a little bit because I really want to get some decluttering done around my house. And I have been working on it slowly over the last year. Like all of 2023, I worked on it slowly, like a little bit every week. But I don't know. It's just, I need like a good push, like a push to get some of it going. And I need to get some organizational stuff too. Like I really need shelving for in here so that stuff is not on the floor, you know, because that's kind of the problem I'm having right now is there's stuff all over the floor. Anyways, I will probably post a reel about my project progress later this week because I'm not going to get to it today. I don't know if I'll get to it tomorrow. I don't think I'll get to it Thursday, and I'm not sure about Friday. Friday is like the iffy day for me. So I just don't know how I'll be feeling after my dental stuff. Yeah. And then this weekend, I think I'm pretty busy on Saturday. Sunday, I'm going to try and go thrift shopping. Maybe. And maybe ice skating because I want to go ice skating again. I think that would be fun. Do you guys have plans this weekend? Are you guys going to do something fun? It's President's Day weekend, I think. I think that's the holiday on Monday, President's Day. I don't know. My kids are home all next week, so we're gonna do some like fun stuff, and then we're also gonna clean their rooms. So that's what the organizing is gonna be. So now that we've talked about projects and everything like that, I am gonna work on my stitching. Don't worry. But I wanted to show you what I did this week. Oh, I forgot. I actually remembered to grab the sticker that this cross stitch goes with. I know I keep saying I'm going to grab it, but I keep forgetting. So this is the sticker. It's a holographic sticker. So this is what the pattern is going to end up looking like. Can you see that? Let's see. It's so cool. I love this sticker. It's probably my favorite one that I've made. And I'm so excited to make it into a pattern. Like, I love the sticker. They look really good in natural light. Like the lights in my office are not as great, but so I always have to do my photos and my videos in the sun, but this is what the pattern is going to look like when it's done. So thank you for joining me. We're talking projects and projects, I guess. So this is the coloring page I finished. I think I finished it Thursday. This is out of this Mandela book. Let's see. It's supposed to be vertical, but I guess you could do it horizontal. It would be a little bit easier. So this is the, it's one of these, it's like, oh, I forgot the book, but I linked it in Oh, where did I link it? I think I linked it on my Instagram post that I did my reel. So it's a color by number, but I did not follow it. Like, it's supposed to be reds and pinks, and I really didn't follow it at all. I did follow, like, if there was a 3, I did like the whole section. Like, these ones are all the same number, right? This orange that goes around the thing. So I did do like those ones all the same number, but like some of these are 3s, but in other places they're like 12s. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't do the exact numbering as far as the book went. This one also, this book needs a lot of colored pencils, and I use markers. I use my Pentel pens. So there's also that. Like, I didn't have the same kind of, like, I didn't have 10 shades of pink like they asked for. So, you know, I only had 3 or 4 shades of pink, and like I only had 4 shades of green instead of like 8. So I am going to do another one out of this book. I haven't decided which one yet because I really like them. I like the like symmetry to them, you know. So that's a book that my mom got me. So this is not going to fit in the frame, guys. I'm just going to show you what I've finished so far. And then at some point I will do like a full video on my diamond paintings. I still need to do like my haul video. Like, I'm not really into haul videos because I feel like they promote like overconsumption, but I do have about 7 of them that I want to show you guys. So if I do next month, if I get done with this one, this Joyous Ladies one from Diamond Art Club, next month you guys can do, if I get a video out, like the next time I start it, you guys can start with me if you want, or I don't get any commission. Like, I'm not one of their affiliates. They have a bunch of affiliates. I'm not part of that, no. But I think it's great to do things together. So this is where I'm at. Oh gosh. It's huge. Like, this thing is almost 2.5 feet tall. But I sectioned it off, and then I've gotten the top part done. So up here. And it is beautiful. I'm sure that the light is not going to do it any justice because the lighting in here is not great. But it is beautiful. I am really impressed. I have that other one that I started. I don't know if you guys remember that one, but I have the one that I did that was, I just got it off Amazon, and then later I found out it was like a total knockoff. So I rolled it up and I put it away because I'm an artist, right? I don't agree with people stealing other people's work. So that one has been put away, and I probably won't finish it. And the rendering on that one is actually really awful now that I see this really gorgeous one. And Diamond Art Club does pay all of their artists like the licensing fees. So I feel a lot better about that. But I also, you know, I have issues with the amount of plastic that's involved in them. And they also, I feel like there's like this like frenzy around diamond art. Like, people just get addicted to buying the patterns and then they never complete it. Like, some of the stash videos I've seen, people have like 300 of them, and there's no way to complete that. And it's just so much plastic. So I have 7, which I feel like is excessive. And my goal is to get through all of them this year. I'm really probably not going to buy any more until I finish those. There is one, the Quick Stitch Literate Dragon one, that I probably will buy if it comes back in stock. But I've been on the wait list for that one for 2 months, I think now. And the only reason why I'm going to buy it is because I have the cross stitch, and I want to have them next to each other on the wall. So I do have plans for that. And I might do the Couch Dragon too, but I still haven't had a chance to look and see if I have that paper printed pattern in this white bin here. Can I point to it? It should be in this bin. Or the one below it, if I can show you. There's one below it too. But you didn't know about that secret bin. I think there's 2 in front of that shelf as well. I have a lot of stuff. So this is why I'm going to try not to buy too many. They go a lot faster than cross stitching though, especially the Hades, the Heaven and Earth Designs, the Hade patterns, which is what my other Randall Spangler patterns are. Those take forever. So I do want to finish those though. It's just hard with the dogs. I have to take a sip of water. I'm so sorry. My allergies are just not good today. But the dogs, like, they jump on me, and then they shake, you know, and then their hair gets on the fabric. Like I have to lint roll it off, and then I just get annoyed because it's so annoying to have to constantly like lint roll your fabric while you're trying to stitch at the same time. So anyways, I have 2 coloring books that I'm thinking of doing. One of them is Creatures Great and Small by Lucy Engelman. So this one is a good book. I don't think I've done anything in this one. And the reason why I'm a little bit hesitant is because I feel like these need to be done according to what they actually look like, right? So that means I'm going to have to, I'll just show one page, but they're these beautiful like drawings of animals. And there's like a bunch of writing about the animals and everything like that. So it should be beautiful when it's done. But I feel like these pages need colored pencils, first of all. And second of all, I feel like I need to just look up each animal and figure out what the heck it's supposed to look like. And so that makes me feel like it might not be a good choice for this month when I'm trying to get through 5 pages, right? So I also have this Fantastic Cities one that I by, let's see, Steve McDonald. I don't think this is actually mine. I think this is my oldest daughter who left it here because some of the coloring that's already been done in here looks like her style and not mine. But this one, like this very much looks like her style and not mine. I'm going to show her style, which I don't think she's watching. But this is what it looks like, this one. And I don't think I colored this. She started it. The one that I did think I did do one in here. So this is like little cityscapes and stuff. And now I'm not sure if I did this. Even her. See, my kids are all artsy too. It runs in our blood. So this one, I think she did that one too. Maybe it wasn't me. Maybe this is her coloring book and I'm just going to borrow it because she left it here. She won't mind. She left it here so we could do it. But there's a bunch of these cityscape things in here. So I just, yeah, that one looks like her too because that looks like watercolor. She's trying to teach me how to watercolor. I've only done a little bit of it, but yeah, I think she started this one. So there's my other one that I'm thinking of doing. And then I'm also thinking of doing another one in that Mandela book, which I thought I had it with me, but I think I left it out on the couch. Next. So I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm going to work on this cross stitch right now. And then I'm going to, I think, get through my diamond painting because I realize the end of this week is halfway through the month, right? So I need to be halfway through that diamond painting by Sunday, because I do a Monday start for my weeks. So I got to get going on it. My goal really is to be halfway done by Monday. So, or Sunday night, I guess. Plus I have tons of homework to do too. So I'm going to work on it. I'm going to probably, after today, okay, so I need to get my next cut. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is I bobbinated all of my threads, right? I think I put this in my reel. This is all my Midnight Rainbow Comet threads. And I realized that the extra colors, remember last week I was talking about how I had extra colors? I realized that the extra colors were because I had to do some substitutions. I forgot that the cross-stitching program that I use, it has these colors in there that are they're like discontinued. And for some reason it defaults to those colors, like that's the blue that comes up. And when I color matched everything with my sticker and my like original artwork that I did on that one, that was the color that came up the closest, but it's actually the wrong one because they could discontinue those colors like 10 years ago. And that's why I have different colors than what, because remember I was like, why are there extra threads in here? I cannot figure it out. So I fixed it in the pattern, but because I was raised to not waste paper, I think when I printed out my pattern, I just didn't fix it. And I just was supposed to remember that I didn't, like, I think I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't know which piece of paper I wrote it down on that I'd substituted. I think I was supposed to remember that I substituted those, but it's been so long that I didn't remember at all. And then I just realized now that I did not actually write down which ones were substitutes. So I'm going to look up these ones and make sure that these are the right substitutes right now, just because I don't want to use the wrong color in here. Let's see. Yeah, I have to it's a huge, yeah, see, this one is discontinued. The one that I have on here is 3890, which is one of the discontinued GMC. So I think I went online and I think I went through and I figured out this is the substitute, this one that I had. So that's why I had those extra threads, and it just took me a minute. It took me until I was bobbinating them to remember that that's why I had those extra threads. All right, I don't think I have any extra bobbins. Now that I'm looking at this, I kind of don't like this as a substitute. It is really light, so maybe I will just go with it, and then I'll change it later. I think I have bobbins in here. I may have to bobbinate this one. I do. And another thing that happened this week, today on the way to my live stream, I figured out my pesky kids keep stealing my pens. I gotta buy more Sharpies. They keep borrowing them. They had given it back to me, but I had since they gave it to me in a spot where I wasn't thinking about it, I put it back somewhere wrong. So I need to just get them a set of these fine liners for their coloring, because they're getting older and they use Sharpies at school. My kids have been using Sharpies at school since they were in preschool. They start using them. So I don't ever worry about them making a mess or anything with them. Okay, so I'm going to bobbinate this, and then I'm going to start working on it, because I want to just get going on this. I want to get this one done. I'm so excited to finish it. And then I think I'm going to do, let me know in the comments if you want me to do, oops, see, I wasn't paying attention. If you want me to do the Midnight Rainbow tree as a pattern, or I don't know what else to do. I was thinking of doing something different. One of the reasons why I'm going to thrift this weekend is I want to go to get a dollhouse. And I have a friend at work that wants to go with me and help me look. She told me there's a miniature store in one of the cities in my area, so we may go to that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. So I want to start looking to see if I can find one to refinish, because I'm all about sustainability. Thank you for joining me. I'm just bobbinating my threads, or 3766. But I have some ideas for the next shop update. There's not going to be one for February, by the way. There's not going to be a shop update. I do not have time. And even if I ordered stuff, if I designed stickers today and order them, they wouldn't come until the first week of March. So add mind so I can get a thread. So there's just not going to be one. I wanted to let you guys know that the winter items, I got to double check the date on that. The winter items are going to go out of stock. So when I say the winter items, I mean the winter snowman stickers. There's 2 winter snowman stickers, right? And there is the snow boot one. Yeah, so the winter snowman, the holographic midnight ice skating snowman expires. It's going to be gone, right? I'm not going to renew the listings on Etsy. They're going to be seasonal. So, I mean, they've been up since October. So 6 months, I feel like, is enough time. But I need to get different things in there. I may or may not bring them back in the but those are going to expire in the middle of April. April 15th will be the last day to order those. And then let's see, let me just double check when these are going to expire. So the other 2, the glitter ice skating snowman and the holographic midnight rainbow, the snow boot. I love that design. I love that one so much. It's so cool when you buy it, when you see it in person. Those 2 are expiring on at the end of February. So the end of this month, 2 more weeks. I'll probably post something about it on Instagram, but I just want to let you guys know because that's coming up fast. But we should have some spring stickers out probably in March. I'll do spring, which is a little bit late, I know, but you know, we do what we can to make it through the week, the month, whatever it is. So I will have some new stickers probably this spring. My goal is to go take more tulip photos this spring and maybe do something different with the tulip photos this year. Because I love tulips so much, so much. And my tulip postcards are very, very popular, but I was not going to do a second run of those. And they're getting low in stock. So if you did want the tulip postcards, oh my gosh, I cannot see this needle. I need my light. I forgot to do my light. If you want the tulip postcards, I would definitely get them sooner than later. I'm sorry, I'm going to pop out of screen just for a second. I would get them sooner than later. I'm sure you see the messiness of my desk behind me because it's messy. But I do need to, I don't order them. If there's enough people asking, I might, but I don't know. That's partially why I did the dahlia photos, is so that there'd be something else. So I don't know. I have to decide on that, but I mean, let me know what you guys want to see more of. I'm definitely going to do more Midnight Rainbow stickers. And then I was going to do like more of the die cut stickers. Just because that makes me look really washed out. Sorry, I need it so I can see because I have really old eyes. So I'm just going to look red and shiny and I don't really care. It's okay. I'm not that picky about it, but let me take a sip. My daughter wants me to do more mugs. She wants me to do a Valentine's mug and a Valentine's pen out of my Valentine's Day pattern. That one also will be limited run. She wants me to do that for Valentine's Day. I mean, Valentine's Day tomorrow. So happy Valentine's Day. We are not big celebrators of Valentine's Day in our house because it's very much a commercial holiday, but we have a really nice dinner as a family. It's a lot of fun. So we used to go out, but now that we have kids, it's like, it's harder. And I really like having it like a nice sit down dinner with my family. It's a lot of fun. Like we get steak. We have steak and potatoes, and instead of going out and spending, $600 on a steak meal, which is so expensive now. I cannot believe it. When we first started dating, it was like under 200. And now it's like 600 for the same meal. It's probably a smaller piece of steak too. It's ridiculous. So, all right. So this one goes all the way across and then down. Okay. So we like to do it at home. My husband's a really good cook, and I like being gluten-free is so hard to eat out. So, oh my gosh, this blue is light and I can actually see it on the fabric. Look, you can actually see it. No more dark colors. Oh my gosh, doing that black was so hard to see. So if you are stitching this with me, there is some hope. If you're trying like stuck in the black and the dark blues, trying to figure out like where your stitch went. This is why I wanted to get to the rest of it, because I feel like it's going to be so cool once the rainbow starts to pop. Like, I just love this rainbow. I have a couple more ideas for new stuff, but I haven't really fleshed any of them out yet. I haven't had time, so I'm hoping that once I get caught up on my schoolwork. And two of them, so this one is one of the smaller ones, this Joyous Lady I'm doing. And I'm not remembering the artist's name off the top of my head. Oh, I have the box. Oh, excuse my chair. The artist is Sharon Cummings, and I love her art. So I think I looked on HAD, the Hade. I haven't unearthed this since. I don't know. People call it Hade, but it just sounds weird to me. I looked on that site and I didn't see her pattern. Like I was thinking I could do that one as a cross stitch and a diamond painting as well. But I didn't see it on there. So I'm going to have to go look at her website and see if there's anything else I like, because I really like how she did it. Like I like that contrasty kind of art, you know, like a lot of my stickers and my designs are more contrasty, like they're kind of chunky, and I really like that style. It's just like gelling with me right now. So let me see if she has more. I don't know. There's a lot to do. I'm trying to think about how to get, because I want to do the dollhouse that I do, I want it to be like a craft shop and have like my little miniature cross stitch, which I am going to do this pattern in miniature as well, this Midnight Rainbow cross stitch. I think maybe next week I will design it and whichever other miniature pattern, and I'll probably sell those as a set, the patterns, because they're so small. Like I think it's better to sell those miniature patterns as a set, just because they're so small, and like even though a lot of work goes into them, I don't know, people like sets too. So, but wouldn't it be cool to have 3 little ones? Like I feel like that'd be more cool than one big one. I might do the Midnight Rainbow Flowers one, which is my most popular design. I had to order more of those stickers because I was selling them so fast. They're like hotcakes. This one too, the Midnight Rainbow Comet, is also really popular too. So, you know, I just got to keep restocking. It's crazy. I've had more orders this month, and it's only the 13th. It's like halfway through the month, right? I've had more orders this month so far. It's like my peak number of orders. Maybe I had one extra one month, but I'm really excited that people like my work. It's so, you know, it's been a long year, and I just think it's great. So, and I haven't really done a lot of like social media with it either, because I just don't have time to do. I don't have time. Like some people are on every single day, and they're like on their lunch break, like typing away, doing all their social media. But I need a break on my lunch break. I want to eat my lunch, and I want to read nonsense articles and look at other people's art. Like I don't want to be, my brain needs a downtime. One of the things I learned about being home during COVID is I'm much more of an introvert than I thought I was. I'm probably like an introverted extrovert. I like being around people, but I also really need my downtime. And I didn't realize how much I really needed my downtime until I was forced to have downtime nonstop, right? So I don't know if anybody else is like that, but it's a lot of downtime for us. And now we're just so busy with activities for the kids. We've hit that age where they're both in different sports and stuff. And so it's not like when they were little and they did like swimming once a week, you know, for half an hour. One of my kids is in sports on Sundays, and it's literally all morning. We have to get up extra early to be there, and then it's literally all morning. So it's tiring. Like I am the most productive in the morning too. So it's not like I get stuff done around the house when I get home. Right? I eat lunch, and then it's my downtime. So I don't get as much done on Sundays around the house just because I'm usually at sports with my kids in the morning. So, but I'm so glad that they found stuff that they love. Like my thread just decided to tangle and be annoying. So let's see. I'm gonna have to read. Oh yeah, look at that big knot. Big knot there. I am still thinking about doing the coloring on Sunday nights. I don't know. Sunday nights are kind of hectic. And honestly, it's like the only night that my husband and I really get to spend time together, because on Friday and Saturday night, the kids stay up late. And usually my oldest daughter is over on Saturday nights. Like Friday nights, we're all so tired that we just kind of like, we do movie night, we have pizza and a movie, and then we just kind of chill. And then Saturdays usually my daughter comes over, and so at night, so it's not like my husband and I get alone time, which is great. Like, I'm really glad that she comes over every week. I love it. But we just don't get that alone time on Saturday night. So it's usually going to be Sunday. And then during the week, we're busy. Like, he works a lot at night, and I have this, and then I'm doing homework during the week, Usually I try and get my homework done by like 5 or 6 on Sundays, so I'm not up late. So I cannot write essays past like 8 o'clock is my limit. And since I'm up so early on Sundays for sports stuff, like, it's not like I get to sleep in. So I don't know. They do not do some of the more, like, my kids don't do baseball. So I'm really glad that I'm not doing like a select, like, it's a lot of traveling and everything. Like, we're going to start having to travel soon now that they're getting older, but man, it's hard when you have two too. When I had one at home, it's just my oldest, like, we were able to do a lot more traveling for her sports, but now that there's two, it's like in 2 different directions, and it means that my husband and I don't get to both watch. We have to kind of pick and choose who goes to which sport. So that was one thread. I made most of that row, and this blue is going to extend out a lot farther, but I just want to get this corner done so I can move the hoop. All right, I lost my pen. I don't know where it went. I'm going to highlight that I finished that row. I'm not going to use the Sharpie, that's for sure. Look at my super fancy project. I haven't looked into those ones I saw at Amazon. I put them on my wish list, but I haven't actually figured out if they're good for cross stitching or not. They're like super thick, like reusable plastic. It's not, I don't want plastic though. If I had my act together, then I would be able to just sew them. Okay, I'm just making this, right? Because I have tons of fabric and I have a sewing machine. I just split my finger. You don't want to see that. I just split my finger. Gosh dang it. My cuticle. So I don't have access to a Band-Aid, I don't think. Gosh dang it. I do not want to get blood on my thread. On my thing. My mom bought the kids a ton of Band-Aids for Christmas, and my kids are allergic to them. Or no, I'm allergic to them. Luna got me with her claw the other day, and I put a Band-Aid on it. Oh man, it hurts so bad. Just because I was allergic to it. So I don't know what's in them. Whatever the heat adhesive is probably what I'm allergic to. Huh. I don't have a Band-Aid. I know this is going to be one where I reopen it. Gosh dang it. Okay, we're going to go like this for a minute. Yeah. This is how my week has been going. I was getting along pretty well. My stitching, huh? I don't even know what I got it on. I think the edge of the paper. Anyways, I don't know. I'm going to do more patterns, I think, for March. Maybe a surprise sticker. I have this idea in my head, but I haven't had time to draw it out and plan it. So it'll be a little bit different of a style. I'm going to draw the sticker. I may try watercoloring it. So it won't be so bold, but I'm definitely going to make it holographic because I love my holographic stickers. So don't worry about that. It will be holographic. Yeah. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you would want to see coloring content. I am not like some of the people that color. Oh my God. I cannot believe how they know how to layer and do all that stuff because I mostly use markers. We do have Crayola colored pencils. Nobody ever wants to sharpen them. So I may have to sit there for like an hour sharpening all my kids' colored pencils if I do want to use them. But they also do not really use them. So it'd probably be okay if I tried to use colored pencils. I don't know. Maybe I could do colored pencils for, I don't know. I thought I had a Joanna Basford coloring book, but I am not finding it. I wonder if it's in here and I just don't know where it is. It's a very strong possibility. Gosh, I'm really worried that this is going to reopen. I'm going to so this is my note for myself for next week. I need Band-Aids in the office within reach for my live streams, just in case this happens again. But I need my light. Sorry guys, I know it's a little bit. I need to like, I don't know. I just gotta pick. I don't know where that one is. I know we had one at one point. I don't know if my daughter took it with her because I think it was actually hers. There's a lot of stuff in my house that was hers, but then she didn't want anymore. And then whenever she comes over, she uses it. So I think she's using it for storage. Do your kids do that? I'm not like super complaining. I just think it's kind of funny that I think I did that to my parents a little bit. Not as bad as this. My parents were a little bit more aggressive about threatening to throw things out than I am. Because she is living with a roommate in like a small apartment. Like, I do understand why she has to store stuff. Like, I was on my own too, but I didn't have well, I guess I did have a roommate at 24. It was her. But like I had like, you know, like she has kitchen stuff from like the dorm that she's keeping. And, you know, like it wasn't like, I don't know. She has stuff that she needs to keep here because she has to like squish everything into a bedroom. Like I used to borrow her closet space when she was little because she didn't use like the top shelf, and I would store like the extra sheets and blankets up there and stuff. And she doesn't have that option with her roommate, who's also an adult, you know? So that's just the way it kind of is, you know? I think at some point she'll take her stuff with her. I wonder how much of it I'll find when I'm cleaning out the garage. What do you guys think? 3 boxes? 2 boxes? We'll see. I'm pretty sure I know where I'll find other stuff that's not ours. But I still have a lot of my mom's stuff to go through. All her Christmas stuff that she told me she doesn't want. So I got to go through it. And that's going to be harder because it's like memories. You know, a lot of that Christmas stuff is stuff from when I was little or my daughter was little, but I just have to go through it. It's going to be a long-term project, but I want to get that stuff out of my garage. But I mean, that's why I'm doing the reading the books before I give them away series. Like, I have a lot of books on that list I haven't read. And I still have one post to write. I still have to write my post for Memoirs of a Geisha. I was so excited. I planned out all my posts for January, and then I started planning them out for February, and I realized, like, I just don't have time. So it may be like I just do one post a week until I'm done with school. Or I don't know, like I'm not going to be working, so that'll free up some time for me. But I'm not kidding. My kids have so much activities right now, and they may be overscheduled, but at the same time, they want to do all of their activities. Like, I don't know. We're going to cut back. One of our things we're not going to do next session, but it's because that child is doing something else with that sport on a different day. So I don't know. Summer's going to be a lot of driving back and forth, and it's just going to be a lot of driving. So summer camp registration is like happening right now, and so it's just been hectic getting that done too. You know, you gotta like, I make a spreadsheet. Only I haven't updated the dates yet in the spreadsheet to show the actual dates. I just copied them over from last year. So they're almost correct. But like we make a spreadsheet, and then we have our budget, right? We have a budget for how much we'll spend on summer camp each year. And then we just like, once we hit our budget, then we stop signing them up. But camp prices went way up again. Like 10, 15, 20. Some of them I feel like are around like 20%. Like our school does, like there's like school camps that you can do, and they have gone up almost 50% in the last 3 years. The price for just the regular like a regular camp day, you know, they show up, they have snacks, they can play on the playground and stuff. It's crazy how much it's gone up. So since my husband can work from home. Dang it. Just got a knot in my thread. Some weeks we just have them home with him because it's so expensive. You know, it's very expensive. I know. And they fill so fast too. Like if you can't get them in, like last year we had no camp for our son for almost the last month because they filled and then we couldn't get him in. He was waitlisted on like 2 different ones. So he was just home. And it was not good. You know, he really needed to be around his friends. But I mean, they did stuff. That's when my son and Luna, because my husband walks her, you know, every day. They would go on these walks together. And now the two of them, my son and the dog, Luna the dog, they have this like really sweet bond. And it's because they were home so much over the summer together. Like they became really, really good friends. And it's so sweet to see. So sweet. Like it's crazy because he's the youngest, right? And so is she. But she definitely thinks of him as her kid. She checks on him. She'll lick him. She makes sure that he's okay. You know, when he's sick, she sits with him. So it's really sweet. She's a good dog. She's just crazy. You know, unless you have like a really high energy herding dog, I don't think you really understand the full experience of a highly intelligent, high energy herding dog. They're just something else. Like they're not for everybody. And she's a lot of work, but she's also really like an excellent dog. So, you know, you just have to know how to handle them. And we've had plenty of experience with other dogs. So we know like how to, you know, we're not like, oh, she's, you know, like how some people don't know that their dogs are being obnoxious. It's funny though, when I talk to people that don't have dogs who try to tell me that I'm just exaggerating. I'm like, no, she will try and herd you. Do you want her to jump on you and then nip at your heels? Like, are you going to be okay with that? It's an instinct. I can train some of it out of her, which we have been able to, but she has no off switch. So like if she gets excited, it's really hard to calm her down. And if she's around like kids that don't know, you know, kids are very exciting for her. She loves kids, and she doesn't realize that she's, you know, 80 pounds and will knock them over, and that hurts. So we have to be careful who she's around. Because, you know, like there's a big difference between knowing how to handle a dog and the kids that haven't been around dogs. Like they have no clue. So like she listens really well most of the time. As well as most dogs. We're better than George. George has reached his stubborn old man phase. The schnauzer in him is coming out. So he's super stubborn now. All right. I got 2 rows done. I'm not going to switch my thread out and do those top 3 stitches yet. Because I think one of them is remember how I couldn't figure out why I was missing this thread? That's one of the substitute threads. I should write down. Oh, I didn't do that on my pattern, and I should probably do that. Let's see. I should write down what the substitutions are while I'm thinking about it right now, because I did not do that. Let's see. 3890 equals 3766. Okay. We're good. All right. So now what should I do? All right. Let's see. I could do the top row. Oh, man, my allergies today are just awful. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whatever it was at work that made me just like, you know, like if you have allergies and you go outside, like I'm really allergic to grass. And, you know, like if you go outside on a high pollen day and you just immediately have like this stuffiness, and that's what it felt like about halfway through my workday. So I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 more stitches, people. 7. So I don't know what it is. I'm kind of sad to leave though. I really like my coworkers and my boss. Like everybody's so nice there. They're amazing. Oh, I just pulled the thread off. Maybe I should give up for the night. I'm having all kinds of problems. Gosh dang it. All right, maybe I'll go stitch. I'm watching Superstore on Peacock right now. I'm trying to get through it because we switched our cable from Comcast. Comcast was having so many issues in our area. Like my husband works from home, right? Like he can't be without internet. And it would just like randomly turn off. They wouldn't even know that it was off, and like they wouldn't fix it for hours. Like it was just ridiculous. And then they raised their prices like insanely. So we switched to Ziply, and I am not affiliated with them at all. So far it's been okay, but we lost our free subscription to Peacock. So I got to watch Superstore before our subscription expires at the end of the month. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because I worked retail for a long time, so I totally get a lot of the jokes in there. I never worked for, I think it's Walmart is what it's supposed to be. But when you work, I worked grocery. I worked at Toys R Us, like right when I was in my senior, like not my senior year, but like that first year after I graduated from high school. It was crazy. It was a crazy experience. Being young, like I worked in a grocery store, and then I left that job 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a few months, like, you know, through the summer and stuff. And then I went back to work, and I went to work at Toys R Us when it was this was like the year of the Furby and Pokemon Gold, I think. Oh, those parents, man, they were so desperate to get their kids. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To get their kids stuff. And then like we would just give out rain checks like crazy, but we had no product, and then we weren't getting any in. So I don't know why they give out rain checks. Like the way they did it was just, and then people would get angry at us because we didn't get them in before they were planning on getting it for their kids. Like they would come in the day before Christmas and Christmas Eve and yell at us because we didn't get them back in. And like nobody promised them, but at the same time, like we should not have been issuing rain checks without telling people like, hey, these aren't going to be in for 3 months. We're not getting any more loads, any more shipments, you know? So I stayed for the season, I think. And then maybe a few months after, like they had me stay on, you know, cause I was pretty good at my job, but I left to go back to work for the grocery store. Which was better. I didn't have a horrible experience in grocery, but I did have like towards the end, it was not great. At the first grocery store I worked at 2 different ones. The second one I worked at was fabulous. They really took care of their people. It was an amazing place to work. They profit sharing, like they take care of their people a lot, but I won't go back to work for grocery probably. It's so hard on your body. I'm old now. I can't stand all day. I just can't. I can't do that anymore. I don't miss that. Plus, a lot of the grocery stores now have self-checkout. Like, I will not use self-checkout because it took away all those people that worked in grocery. Like, grocery used to be a job that you could do if you didn't graduate from college. And it paid a decent wage. When I worked there, it paid a decent wage. I mean, it took you about 7 or 8 years to get up the union pay scale ladder. But once you hit the journeyman level, like you got paid really decently, and the benefits, like I didn't have to pay for my insurance, my health insurance, like it was free through work, and it was really good health insurance. But then slowly, you know, everything got taken away. So I don't know, it used to be a really good job, but I knew a lot of career checkers that had been doing it for, you know, 20 years. And I wonder like what happened to them if they had to cut hours, like where did they go? Right? They lost their jobs because companies install self-checkout, which I think self-checkout is okay, but not when you install like 10 self-checkouts, right? And then you only have 1 or 2 registers open. Like when I worked at the grocery store, our store was next to a senior center. And a lot of those little old ladies, they knew everybody in the store. They would come once a day and buy like something for dinner. They would do their shopping, coming to the grocery store every day for a dinner item was their like social time and their daily activities. Like it was such a community thing. Like I worked at a really high community store, and could you imagine losing that sense of community at the age of like 90 when you have no car, you can't really go anywhere. They were very like, they did not have a lot of money because they were living in like a senior home. You know, those things are expensive. So they would come in and they would get a donut in the morning and say hi. Like they'd known these morning checkers for 20 years or whatever, you know, for a really long time. And like everyone took care of them. When one of the seniors died, we would go to the funeral. Like it was a huge sense of community. And I just think that like self-checkout really takes away that sense of the community grocery store kind of feel. So I think that's kind of sad. You know, I have a really soft place in my heart for seniors. You know, I don't know. It really helps to have that community to keep your longevity and to fight off, you know, some of the other like mental health issues that come around from like, you know, not being able to take care of yourself anymore. Like it's so hard. So anyways, I should probably go because it's getting late. It's almost 8:30. I've been talking a really long time. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Join the club, the Oscoey self-care. You know, we're about self-care, taking time in the day to do something artsy and crafty, whatever that is, coloring, diamond painting, cross stitch. What else? What else do you do? I don't know. Painting, gardening. I am going to do some like indoor plant things. Maybe I'll film it. I don't know. It's just so hard for me to film with the dogs. I do not want to be one of those YouTubers that like has a loud dog that will not stop barking in the background. You know? I don't know. I can't edit it out. And I'm not a good enough like sound editor. I'd have to like do a voiceover to really get her out of there, I think. Especially now that the weather's warmed up and people are walking by every 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. I got the treats out though, and I'm working on like, instead of barking, like maybe barking once and then coming over and sitting next to me for a treat. I've had to revamp my treat game just so they'll stop barking. No, I love that. Luna really, she loves her neighbors. There's certain neighbors that she gets really excited and she wants to go out and visit. It's really sweet, but I'm like, I'm not taking you out there right now. Anyways, thank you for watching. Maybe this week I'll get to my Midnight Rainbow and I will have some beautiful progress for you. I really highly recommend getting the pattern. It's only $4 on my shop. And a lot of the colors are going to be repeated in the other Midnight Rainbow patterns. Just saying. I'm just saying, maybe I'll make like a thread pack for all of them. Is that something people would want? So you guys don't have to go find these threads at the store. I'm having a really hard time finding threads at Joann because they don't have time to restock them. They're so short-staffed. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just buy a bunch of the threads and then have a thread pack for the pattern, like a whole skein. Whole skein? I I don't know. I'll think about it. Thank you for watching. I just want to remind my subscribers that we also are going to be having the Friends and Family sale towards middle to the end of March. So if you go to my shop website, Oscoeyshop.com, it's in the description, Oscoeyshop.com, and you sign up for the emails, and then you have to confirm your email address. Then you will get a super exclusive code for our Friends and Family sale. That's going to happen probably mid to late. It'll probably be mid-March, I would say. Probably around the I haven't picked a date yet, so don't quote me on this, okay? Please don't quote me because I have not picked a date. It'll probably be around the 18th, the week of the 18th or something like that, around that time. So if you get signed up ahead of time, or maybe the week of the 25th. Oh, I haven't decided yet. I don't know. I have to look at the calendar. I'm not that far. I'm still looking at February. But if you get signed up with our email subscriber list, for Etsy, I may do... I don't have an email list for Etsy. So it may be people who have ordered something. You'll get a coupon code. I don't know. I'm not sure how to do Etsy. But the Oscoeyshop.com, it will be subscribers only, and it'll be a really good discount on some of the older stuff to make room for new things this year, since it's our anniversary in March. So look for that. And then also I should have a new line out next month, hopefully, some new products. If not, then it'll be the first week of April. And then I probably will do every other month. I don't think I'll be able to do monthly this year. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I hope you're staying healthy and not catching this awful cold that everybody seems to be getting. So thank you. Bye.